Welcome back to Pinkvilla Tech. I'm Aurelius here and I'm extremely excited today because in another minute, we're going to have the Apple September launch event. We're going to see the iPhone 13 being launched and many such other devices or launches coming our way with the event. The video from Apple is going to be around an hour and a half long, but we'll try and crunch it down and make it shorter so that you can get the key updates in the shortest amount of time. Let's get on with the video. Firstly, let's commend the way Apple has made this launch event. It's not a launch event, it's a launch movie. And what an amazing start to the event. They kicked off this event by introducing the iPad. Now in this case, the iPad comes with a better processor, which is the A13 Bionic, which is around 30% faster than the A12 Bionic from the last year. Also new to this iPad is the wide-angle camera for the front-facing camera, which gives you access to center stage, which was only a feature available on the iPad Pros, which were launched earlier this year. Let's move on to the next product, which is also an exciting product, which is the iPad mini. The iPad mini is completely redesigned this time and we have an 8.3-inch display sitting in the smaller footprint of the iPad mini of the last year. Now this is possible because Apple has eliminated the home key from the iPad mini, so you have a full display on the front. Also changed is a 12 megapixel camera on the front as well as rear. The 12 megapixel camera on the front is an ultra-wide camera, so you get access to center stage even on your iPad mini. Now this was a feature which was only available in the Pro series of iPads. Now it's even coming to the iPad and iPad mini. Apple has also included a Type-C connector on the iPad mini this time so that you can connect your external drives, and iPad mini also supports 5G. Also, the iPad mini now supports the second generation of Apple Pencil. I was genuinely hoping a lot from the Apple Watch Series 7. Quite honestly, because of the leaked rumors or renders of the Apple Watch 7 supposedly show a more sharper design. But the design is very close to that of the older designs of the Apple Watch Series 3, 5 and 6. However, the display on the Apple Watch Series 7 is 20% larger as compared to even the Apple Watch Series 6 and 50% larger as compared to the first generation Apple Watch, all thanks to its smaller, thinner bezels at the side. There's also a fall detection, which was also introduced in Apple Watch Series 6, but this time around you have fall detection in case you're cycling. We also have faster charging speeds, and this time around the Apple Watch Series 7 comes with an IP6X rating for dust resistance and WR50 rating in terms of water resistance. You can go trekking or you can go swimming with the Apple Watch Series 7. Now the iPhone 13 looks very similar to the older iPhone 12 until you flip it around and you see that the placement of the camera on the iPhone 13 is diagonal as compared to one on top of the other stacking on the iPhone 12. Now the reason why they have changed the layout of this camera on the iPhone 13 is because the iPhone 13 now gets sensor shift technology, which was only available on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It's now available on the iPhone 13 as well as the mini. The other added change or benefit that you get with the iPhone 13 is the improved battery performance, because you have a larger battery that goes into the iPhone 13 now as compared to the iPhone 12. So you get 2.5 hours more on the iPhone 13 as compared to the iPhone 12 and 1.5 hours more on the iPhone 13 mini as compared to the iPhone 12 mini. And yes, definitely the biggest upgrade, which has always been a year-on-year upgrade on any of the iPhones, is the processor. This time we have the A15 Bionic chip on the iPhone 13, which is 40% faster than the older one. iPhone 13 also features a 5-core GPU over the 4-core GPU on the iPhone 12, which means you will have better performance or gaming performance on the iPhone 13 as compared to the iPhone 12. Now, the most awaited product for me from this launch event was the iPhone 13 Pro series. Now, I'm an avid user of the iPhone 12 Pro because I love to create content on my own and I shoot a lot of videos from my iPhone 12 Pro. And it has been one of the biggest contributing factors to some of the videos or images that I've created for my Instagram. So the 13 Pro, I had a lot of expectations, especially where the camera is concerned, and Apple delivered. They're using better improved sensors. They're still 12 megapixel sensors, but there is still a lot of improvement that Apple brings in with these new sensors. With larger exposure and aperture ratios, these sensors are able to absorb in more light. So night photography is going to be one hell of a thing on the iPhone 13 Pro series. The other thing which is new to the iPhone 13 Pro is the sensor shift technology, which was missed out on the iPhone 12 Pro. The iPhone 12 Pro Max was the only phone which gave the sensor shift technology. It's good to see that this technology is shifting down to iPhone 13 Pro, even to the iPhone 13. The other new things with the iPhone 13 Pro series is the Pro Motion technology with the display. The display can now drop down to 10 Hz or even bump up to 120 Hz depending on the kind of content that you're watching on the screen. So if you're browsing on the web, it will drop down to maybe 10 or 30 Hz. But if you're playing a game, it can bump itself up to 120 Hz. And to support this technology, we also have a larger battery on both the iPhone 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max. The iPhone 13 Pro now boasts a 1.5 hours more battery backup as compared to the iPhone 12 Pro, and the iPhone 13 Pro Max boasts 2.5 hours more battery backup as compared to the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Now, this is how Apple has always been putting their statistics or their figures up. It's always in percentage, or they compare to their own phones or the nearest competitor. And they have delivered. So once we have the devices in hand, we'll be able to tell you guys in real time if this is significantly improved. Another significant improvement comes with respect to the storage. Till last year, we had 512 gigs as the maximum storage. The iPhone 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max comes with 1 terabyte of maxed out storage. Shoot away, guys. Also new to the iPhone 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max series is the cinematic mode. The Neural Engine works in harmony with your hardware and software to recognize the scene that you're trying to shoot, will adapt the focal length, create the bokeh effect with the kind of scene that you're trying to choose. Now you can let the software do it for you, or you can choose the focus manually. You can also activate tracking so that it constantly tracks the person in subject here to keep him in frame or the focus on that person on a continuous way. That's a great feature. You can see a lot of content creators and movie producers maybe shooting their films directly off the iPhone 13 Pro series. Now, I have been talking about the updated sensors on the iPhone 13 Pro series. The other significant update is the 3x optical zoom that you get on the iPhone 13 Pro series, which was not available on the 12 Pro series. It was only limited to 2x optical zoom in the last year phones. Now, this has been a crunch down video of Apple's September launch event, giving you the key highlights of today's event. Now, a lot of you guys must have been dejected to not see the AirPods 3 or maybe expected to see more out of the iPhone 13. But overall, I'm really happy to see the kind of updates that have come our way. And we have some launches coming our way in the month of November. Apple does usually have some launches coming this year. So maybe we might see some hardware coming our way for the lossless music. We might just see a new iPad, or maybe the M1X chip that a lot of you guys have been talking around, or there have been rumors floating around. This is Aurelius from Pinkvilla Tech. Stay tuned for more such updates, and we will soon feature the iPhone 13 as a review for you guys.